Welcome to Derry, a friendly town. To Derry, friendly town. May 1962.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, for all the newcomers, hi, I'm Silentpinkgamer, and welcome back to another video. And as you all guys know, Welcome to Derry has aired. I've seen the first episode and I'm here to give you a recap, just in case you were too afraid to see it, or you want to see it but you don't have HBO, or you're just curious to see what my take on the episode so far. So to kind of give you guys a little bit of some background, or Derry, just call it It. It's based off of Stephen King's novel. Stephen King is an amazing author that does a lot of wonderful dark horror stories with some supernatural twists to it, right? Stephen King is one of my favorite authors. He's an amazing man. He's so creative, right? He made movies. Just to kind of give you some background, a classic one is, drumroll, The Shining. So it's like he's amazing. But regardless of that, guys, so Welcome to Derry is based off Pennywise, where he's come from, how did he get here, why he's here. Eventually, throughout these 3 seasons, and yes, there will be confirmed 3 seasons of how he got here and why he's here specifically. And unfortunately, we don't know that yet, because stated that they will explain this by the end of season 3. We will get more information on why, and also too, why they're going backwards instead of going from 88 up to the present time. That's actually the date where sorry guys, the Losers Club takes place is 1988. So instead of going from 1988 to the 2000s, they're going from 1988 backwards to 1908 or 1905. I'll have to put the actual dates and the times on there. But the time we are taking place here is 1962, where we get some backstory. We do a lot of flashbacks between, would you believe it, Mike's grandfather and how he's connected to this town. So the military man that we meet, his name is Leroy. He's actually Mike's grandfather. Yes, fun, right? So now we can see why he's so invested, protective, but also trying to contain from the previous It movies. And guys, if you haven't seen the original 3-hour-long It movie, go check it out. It is 3 hours long and it's wonderful. You just gotta be patient, do it while you're wide awake, because it's a lot of information, but it's a great watch. And then they remade it into the It that most of you guys know today. That being said, let's get into the series. Guys, spoiler alert. I should have said that in the beginning. I have a tendency to think it, but don't say it. But spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. There will be spoilers in this. I'm going to be doing each episode as they air, or after I watch it. There will be a video. And I'm super excited. It was actually an amazing watch. About time, right? So let's get into it. So you follow Maddie. Maddie, you can tell by his demeanor, how quiet, how timid he is. He is a troubled child. You can see that from a mile away. And the first time you meet Maddie, he's inside a movie theater when the employees notice that he does not have a ticket. And then he bolts. He hides behind. That's when one of our protagonists sees him hiding behind. Her name is Ronnie. And she sees him but doesn't rat him out. He escapes. The employees basically said if he comes back, he's going to report him to the cops. So then you see Maddie initially walking down a road. And guys, maybe I've seen too many times, I've seen Polar Express, but Maddie and Ronnie look like the kids from Polar Express. I'm sorry, they do. they give off that Polar Express vibe, and it was not because it was Christmas. It had nothing to do with that, guys. It was just simply because they looked like they could play in the Polar Express. Maybe it was just me. But regardless of that, you see him hitching a ride. You see him hitching a ride. Obviously, I felt like he was trying to escape from a bad home situation. Clearly, if he's running away. Or maybe there's something more sinister in the works. We don't know. He gets picked up by a family, a mother, a father, and 2 children, a daughter and a son. We don't know much about them. They seem friendly enough. They said that wherever he wants to go, wherever he needs to be, they'll take him there. So they're driving, a pretty normal, decent family, until the kids start speaking. Then you know something is completely left. The little boy is very obviously intelligent. He's working on his spelling and spelling out words. The daughter pulls out, clearly it's a can of liver. She's sticking her head in the blood and smelling it and trying to make Maddie smells it. He's like, hey guys, can you just pull over? Can you just let me out? And then things starts getting strange. You find out the mother in the car is pregnant. And whenever Maddie was trying to escape them, initially trying to get the father to stop as the family got weirder and stranger, she gives birth to the Jersey Devil. But in this case, we can probably guess it's probably a mini Pennywise, we think. He is a shapeshifter, keep in mind, okay? We don't know how he got here. We don't know exactly his state of how he got here. Maybe, like Jeepers Creepers, he needs parts. So, understand, like, Jeepers Creepers needs body parts. But Pennywise needs fear to survive. And probably to grow. I'm calling it now. He needs fear to grow. So, initially, especially when they finally got the little creepy baby to calm down, he murks our poor little Maddie. Then it jumps to his friends. So, Lily, that's when you finally get a flashback of her and Maddie. They knew each other, right? They were best friends. You can tell that she's probably developing some type of feelings for him. But of course, you know, due to her background and history, you find out later in the episode that she was in some type of mental world or some type of mental asylum because of something. We don't know yet. And then from there, they switched little charms. He gave her a turtle. Now keep in mind, a lot of people in school doesn't like Lily because of probably most likely her background. They think she's strange and weird. It's the classic, oh, she's the weird girl, right? So then you also get introduced to his friends Phil and Teddy. Phil and Teddy, of course, I feel like Phil is more of, hey, we don't know why, stop beating yourself up. Teddy is more, he's trying to figure out, like, if there's something he could have done as a friend, you know what I mean? Just typical friend conversations, right? So that's when you find out that Maddie is connected to all these children, right? So from there, they all start experiencing the fear, the hallucinations, the Pennywise effect. That's what we're going to call it for now, the Pennywise effect, right? And then yes, throughout the back and forth, you know, yes, you get Leroy's story of, you know, how he experienced racism in the town of Derry. As he was a military soldier, he's having a hard time with his soldiers. They're not really taking to him because he's black. Let's be real. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, guys. It's in this world, okay? So they're giving him a hard time for that. So you get flashbacks between back and forth in there. So the kids though, so eventually they get to a point where all the kids, when they finally get Phil to believe it, that Lily and Maddie and now Ronnie are seeing things, they try to go investigate, right? They try to go figure out what's going on. What happened to Maddie? Because Lily did hear him in the drain, calling for him. Ronnie mentions a song. She heard a song. Find out it was the song that was in the theaters that Maddie was escaping from. And it's all connected. As they were watching, they found out there was some built-up feelings. They all miss Maddie. They were their best friend, of course. And little Susie, she's there for the ride. Phil's younger sister, they didn't have a babysitter, so Phil had to be the one to watch little old sister, Susie. So, from there, they're watching. They see Maddie in the movie, and they're shocked. They're like, what's going on? And keep in mind, Ronnie, since her father is over the theater, she's upstairs getting it all set up in the film and watching it from the little window. And they all see Maddie in the movie holding, which looks like a baby, right? So then from there, he contorts as what Pennywise does, the memories of how he feels and trying to antagonize the characters, the children, and then next you know it, the Jersey Devil pops out of the screen and attacks all the children, ends up murking all of them gruesomely, very, very gruesomely. From there, the only ones that survive is Ronnie and Lily. And I'm sorry right now, guys, that's not a good look. Think about it. It's not a good look because black girl back in the racist town, think about it. And also two, Lily, the mentally insane one, the only two that survived. And it ends in a nice punch where Lily noticed that she's still holding the hand of which was probably Lily, or not Lily, Susie, correct me, Susie, and she's holding the dead hand of one of the children, and she screams profusely. Guys, when I say that episode was so amazing, I'm going to rewatch it and probably rewatch it until Halloween. And guys, also too, guys, they're going to be doing an early release for episode 2 on Halloween, so go check it out. So far, what I think is going on is, to be honest with you, we already know it's Pennywise and his hunting scenes. And also keep in mind too, guys, every time Pennywise rises, a catastrophe happens. Something big happens. Keep in mind, guys, if you read the books, if you been following the story, something big always happens. So every time we get a movie or a series now, something as big is gonna happen. And that's what they mentioned in one of the movies, where they talked about the big fire, right? The coal mines burning up, right? And then there was explosions, and sadly, a lot of children on Easter were murked, and they found body parts. They were finding body parts everywhere. It was terrifying. But every time he rises, keep in mind, something big happens. Guys, the episode was amazing. I can't wait for episode 2. That's all we know so far. We're getting some information about Leroy, and eventually we'll get to the connection of the town other than him being there. The kids, unfortunately, we don't know what's going to happen to Ronnie and Lily. Since all this has happened, they're the only two that survived. All the other kids are gone. Are we going to get more information on Maddie and his parents? Because they didn't say much about it. But all we know is, yes, he did come from some type of troubled home. Will we get some more information? Clearly we are on episode 2. I hope you enjoyed this briefing into the pilot of Welcome to Derry. Go watch it, guys. It's an amazing watch. It's so amazing. I've been waiting for horror, something really good lately that makes sense. But that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for episode 2, a recap of what happened and what there is to know. Like I said, I'm not going to go to every little bit of inch of detail. I'm just going to give you the most important parts. And that should be all for now, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you all extremely very soon. I can't wait till you join the family. And who knows, guys, I might not have to